is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore, ever, never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
And awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a pool of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone. Do you really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef? There's this giant ball there, in evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball. Can't even make out it's a ball when you're choking it out. It's that large. Infinitesimally small. Vying for resources is a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Hello, officer. No. No. You're a police officer, sir? I'm not, unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days, on official police business, no less. I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? Oh, it's not? You're right. It's not. Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay? No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in. She just, you know. So now you're a cop? Forget it.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st. Yes, well. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Right. And the interviews? Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body? So the body is still in the tree. Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. Yes?
Hello again, sweetie. I see you met up with your colleague. Why, you are, officer. You are a handsome man, officer, with your moustache and your chiseled jaw, and that silly dimple on your chin. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41? Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective, I have everything. You?
Yes, he means do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? Can I help you?
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Hello again, officer. How are things? I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Can I help you?
Okay. Hey everybody, I am Blind Ryan, and hey, this isn't late at all. So, everybody's awake. Well, Derek's not awake, but Amber's awake, and Janine's awake, and I have dark chocolate Kit Kats, which I haven't had in a really long time. That sounds really good. Yep, and now I'm not. Please. Yes! You were right, son. Alright. Oh wait, no, your thing was, if I can shoot it down. That's a pick'em. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach is to wring itself empty. With your hands on your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. Do they always do that? They do after 7 days. Yes, we're deep in decomposition here. Step closer. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears to be industrial in strength. Inspect the boots. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Interacting with it, period, has been an issue for you. The only time it worked for you was mine. That's true. More Kit Kats. God, I love dark chocolate. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots, they're armor! Possibly part of a larger set. Indeed. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. What kind of armor is this exactly? Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fairweather. The Fairweather model T500VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals? Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It'd be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something. Maybe he was just wearing those boots and there's no rest of the armor. Okay, understood. The material looks out of place here. It is expensive. He draws a line of condensation on the ceramic with his index finger. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabulary deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatic. How much are we talking? For a full set, about 4 years of wages. For the northwest region of Ravishal, an officer's yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank. Ka-ching, baby. By ka-ching, do you mean let's not bag them as evidence, let's steal them? No, that's not what I mean. What the fuck is this? I need to mute my server for the duration of the stream. Where's my mouse? Where is it? Oh, motherfucker, did I lose the mouse? He lost his gun, he lost his... I don't know. Where the fuck is that goddamn mouse? There it is. Jesus. How come this man affords such expensive hardware? That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay. Initial report? Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinet. I'm sure you did the same. These look pretty advanced for a security guard. I guess. Or I agree, the equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. Knock on the boot. A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Sounds fragile. It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. He points to the boots. See? Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them all together. Like whorls of floorboard, these designs look organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials like lignum vitae and ebony, perhaps. What does this remind me of? If trees are made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections will look like. Run your finger over the lines. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into even more intricate interconnections, peaking at the right saboton where you notice. Ding! Yay! The rolls are in the shape of a letter and a number combination. Looks like there's a serial number on the right saboton. Good, can you read it to me? We have a make and number. We can use the radio and make Kinemo when we're done. Either station can chase it for us. Pull the boot off. The stench fills your nostrils as you reach downward. An ominous creaking sound comes from above. Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off. Brutal. Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it? You're going to pull his head off. Do it, homo. Do what? Pull his head off. From this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to the boot? I'm sorry, I didn't even want to take him off. I thought I should try. Try what exactly? If you can't experiment, how will you learn? I have no idea why. I just do things. There's no underlying reason. I don't think we should do anything just for the hell of it. Besides, the lieutenant taps the boot. There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots that are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet? There might still be a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down, and second, it would probably be best if the lieutenant wasn't around. Steal a dead man's boots, but that would be dishonorable. Alright, then you can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected? There are honor points? Of course there aren't. Don't be naive. Processing will take care of them with the situation in the morgue. It will yield nothing, but we must pick our fight should we continue. Inspect the belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tightly by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow hard-edge polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Don't ask me how I know, but I think this is a lashing belt for airlifting cargo. Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so. He nods. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. Let's see. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. I was afraid it would be. He rises to inspect the noose. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than we had assumed. How did they even get him up there? A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder? That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splinting either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. We're assuming dock workers did it? I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes, motivated by the ongoing strike. You? Don't ask me, I'm just lumbering from one moment to the next. I feel like it was something else. Yes, it often is. That belt worries me. Inspect the tattoos. I need more yummies. Kit Kat and coffee. A true Disco Elysium breakfast.
Are you serious, hon?
Not really. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Got my mermaid, that's all I care.
You do what?
Got my mermaid.
Is this a national pattern of illumination I know of? If anything, it reminds me of a religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to incentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure. We're missing something here. I agree. A sudden ring fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes out a thin piece of milled aluminum from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera? What's that? Excuse me. A Trigat Sunshine Mini. Trigat is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow. Shit, Kuno, what the fuck is that? Ah, damn sinuses. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Oh, shit. I hate that. It's like a damn burr gets stuck in my sinuses. And there's no way to get it out. So you have to itch it by fucking, by rubbing the outside of your nose. It feels really weird. An instant color camera. It produces two metal capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. I have only 2 amps, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampule of glass. You see streams of color pour into the thick, glossy piece of paper rolling out. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest, in case we need it, the lieutenant says, and then shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. Cool machine. Yes, he slides the camera closed and tucks it away in his belt. It is pretty cool, isn't it? What do we need this photo for? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him, so it is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll have to show it around. Can I have it? I could look at it later without the corpse smell. Sure, just don't lose it. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. Look him in the eye. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There's no one home. Now, dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Alright. Squint and take a step back. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs to a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Its position at the time of death matches the discoloration. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. His face and hands are pink. Thighs, too. I see it. He adjusts his glasses. His neck, too. The lividity goes right up to his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here. The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thighs and onto his boots. So what do you think? I think he's dead. I agree. His personality is no longer a part of the world. Totally dead. The world no longer stores his personality and its composition. There was a time for that, and it ended 7 days ago. He nods in agreement with this advanced piece of conceptualization. Having mulled it over, the lieutenant says, "That sounds about right, yes." I think he was upright after death. His hands and feet and neck are discolored. Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. Let's see. Yep, seems like a lynching to me. Everything seems to corroborate the assumption. Best, but we should still get him down before deciding a cause of death. Something is coming out of him. A pool of blood and shit has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop. The victim has appeared to contain no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death. The fuck he's saying? Faggot's talking about shit. Let's see, maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death. Maybe, he doesn't really want to dwell on it too much. He's beaten up. See the bruises? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport. Stop talking in riddles, coin slot. He means you fucked him up good, Kuna. Fucked him up brutal-like. So how do we get him down? Are you sure you finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some things once he's down. We've been thorough. Do you have a plan for getting him down? I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach. He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought. Cadaver's a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance, and even if we do, there's the question of cutting airship strength material. Let's see. We could saw the branch. Climb up there and saw the branch? Yeah, that seems dangerous. There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down off trees. Can someone else do it? Someone else? You mean like the police? What was that about processing then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help? You have a point there. Sadly, yes, the whole RCM is out there right now doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us, and we have a growing sanitary concern. We need to get him down fast. Maybe we could shoot him down. Yeah, bang bang time, pig. Shoot his head off. How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good place to aim. There, the buckle that holds the belt together. Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits there, it might release the belt. Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst that'll happen? I could blow his head off. Take it. Take the shot. Yeah, take the shot. You can almost see some of that shit. Let's see. That's a mass-produced muzzleloader. Aesthetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. Let's see. Can I have the gun? I should try. It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you, just don't lose it. They only have one gun. This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen. The cold piece of backlight and gun metal is surprisingly light. Your finger fits right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. The fuck are you waiting for? Kuno, tell him to shoot himself in the mount. Let's see. Slow movement of the branch as your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing naughtily. Come on! Come on! Yes! Ah! I'm having a celebratory Kit Kat. Yep, you told me, son. This how we do. Just move the rest of my Kit Kat over here. The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slumped down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself. Who killed you? Communism. It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench. Who's laughing now, you little shit? And fuck you, Capaldi. How did I do that? By being a damn good shot. Ace is high. Ace is high. The custom invented by aerostate brigades during the Revolution is used to celebrate success in Ravachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves. Thought gained. Ace is high. Really? Aw, +1 empathy towards Kim. That's nice. I need to look it up, though. Because, yeah, that's what I've been looking up, what each of these does. Ooh! That's a good thing there. That's an actual fucking nothing bad one. Oh, have you been Googling them too, son? If you want to be the one that Googles them while I, play, I wouldn't have a problem with that. That's only because you think he's cute, I presume. The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point. I knew those guys were faggots. What now? We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death, but before, excuse me. Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The vault seems to have released something deep inside it. It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy. You white knight. Alright. Meanwhile, we should try to interview Everett Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used. The harbor was just easy for getting in, might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says Wild Pines is in some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Everett. You could ask the gardener for directions. Is this the famous list of initial interviews? Yes, and these are the interviewees. Let's go. Bad news. He did not become a cop. In '38, he went on a tour to Hainyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. It's David Carradine? His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer's signal Wonderland skipping in the background. Yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Ravachol in the 30s, and also as a warning. Yay, pain threshold. Blood oxygen is boring. All psi caps raised by 1. Wait, Kim just admitted even this level of stench has winded him? The smell finally got to him? Yup. That's just how we do. This trash container is locked. Its sliding lid is a padlock that says Whirling in Rags. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. Well, it is a container. Perhaps you're prioritizing it. How do we get the lock open? We could try using the pry bar, or we could ask for a key. He probably has one. Alright, got another message. Oh, it's a Derek message. Ooh. I will be right back. Need to see something real quick. Well, thank you very much for the breakfast. Okay, so I'm going to take a break and upload this to YouTube and eat the breakfast that Derek's mom gave me, which was nice of her. I mean, eating Kit Kats on air is one thing, but, I mean, come on. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it, I'm going to stop the video, I'm going to eat my breakfast, and then I'm going to come back for video 2. So, I have been Blind Ryan. I hope you enjoyed this redux of Disco Elysium, and look at how much further we've gotten this time already. So, I will see you in about 30 minutes to an hour.